So Rokeby Resources, as Peter said, we are a northern Queensland explorer. We're exploring for gold and antimony and copper silver. We did have a name change actually. A couple of people have said to me today that we used to be known as Inca Minerals. We've changed, very strategic name change and refocus of the company. And as I said, the focus is in northern Queensland. Normal disclaimer. So you can see from the corporate overview that we're a very tightly held company. When we started, we attracted some funding from the management of Azure Minerals after they were taken over. So we have a couple of the major shareholders from Azure and we have the CFO from Azure. So we're highly leveraged to a drilling campaign in northern Queensland. It's a pretty well-known team, very supportive of the strategy, and we've just completed our maiden drilling campaign on never drilled before ground in northern Queensland, which I'll go through. So there's the rig. We had a fantastic entree into the drilling. It's quite undulating, but the grader driver was amazing and really did a brilliant job in getting the rig in there. And it was a successful campaign. We drilled, it was a maiden early stage campaign, 25 holes to understand the quartz veins and structures in the area. We hit mineralisation in 18 of the 25 holes. We drilled about 1,500 metres. We only went down to a depth of 80 metres to get some understanding. We had some good mineralisation in those and certainly enough smoke to organise currently a second drilling campaign, as there's many gaps in the tenement that are open and never been explored. So our key project is actually the Hurricane project just west of Cairns. We have a second project, Macaulay Creek, which is west of Townsville, and we have some other exciting projects in Tasmania and WA. So the Hurricane project in northern Queensland, as I said, 125 k's west of Cairns, has been our focus. It's in and around gold discoveries. There's many gold occurrences. There's some fairly big discoveries up that area, but largely it's underexplored and certainly underdone when it comes to modern day exploration. So that's our tenement boundary. You can see from the colour on the tenements there that we've done extensive rock chipping over the veins. The photos there are the outcropping veins. We've done extensive rock chip sampling where you can see the colour code, and the black you can see the 25 drill holes that we have drilled a month or two ago. So there's a big gap in the area there. We're excited about the Bouncer South prospect, and then we're learning more about down south to the southeast around the Hurricane project. So there's the drill rig which was drilling and some of the results. As I said, it was a first phase drilling in never drilled before country. We had some reasonable hits. We only went down 80 metres, so there's certainly encouragement there to be able to go back and further understand the area that we're in. And every time we go back out there, we're finding more and more outcropping quartz veining. So Bouncer to the northwest, where we were focusing on, I think the market probably thought we were going to have more exciting results in the antimony at the early stage. We got some hits. There's certainly a lot of rock chips and there was a lot of excitement about the antimony. So we've also discovered south of there that the veining continues, and the mineralisation zone is getting more extensive every time we go up there. It's undulating country, and it's really underdone in terms of the exploration. So we've still got a lot of work to do up there. But as you can see, we had some reasonable results for the first pass drilling. Tornado down to the south east, again, we focused at a couple of drill holes across the veins just to understand the structures, and certainly we had some results there that have given us some encouragement. The Holmes prospect, again, results were encouraging, early stage. We'll certainly go back to those areas and focus. And these are the rock chip results that we initially got that were exciting and encouraged us to certainly go out there and drill. You can see that there's very high grade in the gold and antimony, and some of those 80 odd grams per tonne rock chips in gold and 35% antimony. We're really chasing the vein systems and hoping to eventually start our second phase drilling campaign and continue the success. These are the rocks that we're after. You can see the stibnites is silvery and highly distinctive on the surface, and obviously there's high grade gold there. So after this first phase drilling and another soil analysis and more rock chipping, we're finding that the controls to the system are the two faults and the folding that's occurred in this area. We've drawn a line, the northeast fault zone. We're certainly learning a lot about the mineralisation and the fact that it's the mineralisation along the sandstone mudstone contact that's really what we're focusing on and learning. So we've taken a structural geologist up there to learn more about trying to increase the probability of success on our next drilling program. So that area bounces south, and that whole folding line is where we're concentrating the second program. We've just completed soil groundwork up there for the last couple of weeks. As you probably all know, this is seasonally constrained, so we're doing as much work as possible before basically December comes along where you can't get in there. Our second project, just 100 kilometres west of Townsville, which isn't as weather constrained, you can see we're out there at the moment doing some groundwork, soils. We're confirming some of the old, there's some old holes there. You can see some of the outstanding rock chip samples that we've collected in terms of, and this, unlike Hurricane, which is a gold antimony, this is a copper-silver exploration target. And there's some very good grades in the copper and in the silver. So we're following those up. We're doing a lot of soil work at the moment and rock chip sampling. We've got many assays, samples in for assaying at the moment. Assay turnaround, I think, is about 4 weeks now. So we're depending on the lab in Townsville to turn it around quickly. So hopefully, if everything aligns, we could be out there drilling in the next month. So this area, this Macaulay Creek area, is very much underexplored and very much a copper-silver district. So we're really going over a lot of the old data, a lot of the old work that was done. There's been a couple of drill holes put in there, and you can see there's good results, 1% copper over a wide area, so certainly worth an exploration campaign, which we remain very excited about. Our emerging projects include the Mount Reid projects south of Macquarie Harbour on the west coast of Tasmania. They're all the same rocks as the major discoveries to the north of Mount Lyell and Henty, and it's an exciting project. It's had an EM survey conducted over it, and there's a lot of potential for in that region for copper, gold, base metals. It's a big area. It takes a lot of work to explore, and it's third on the list in terms of our portfolio. We also picked up some exploration ground in Western Australia, hoping that maybe one day WA government might change the rules on uranium exploration. You never know. And it's very prospective there for many people. Probably heard of the Mulga Rocks area, and it's prospective for uranium gold. It remains very exciting. We've had a lot of interest in it, so there's probably a lot of positivity around the government or the next government changing the rules. We'll wait and see. Thank you very much.